In the United States, we're constantly dealing from threats from the sky, which can cause an estimated $10 billion in property damage annually here in the United States. On an annual basis, we lose about 5,000 lives in the U.S., and most of those deaths are actually related to heat waves, believe it or not. A single major event can take thousands of lives, though, such as the Galveston hurricane in September of 1900, where it's estimated 8,000 people died. Now, some threats are greater than others. It depends on what part of the U.S. that you're in, due to variations in climate. Now, while weather events can be extreme, it's interesting to note that they only represent 2 deaths per million people in the United States. The thing that kills more people in the U.S. than anything else is tobacco use, followed closely by obesity. So weather's got nothing to do with that. Weather events are dramatic, yes, but they kill only 2 people per million average in the U.S. with respect to our population. There is cause for concern, though, as climate change may cause more frequent extreme weather events with greater intensity in the future. If you notice this picture, you see a very thin blue veil over the Earth. That's our atmosphere. It's very, very thin. It's composed of distinct gases. Some of them are constant in their composition anywhere you go in the world, in the atmosphere, but some vary quite a lot, like particulate matter and water vapor and carbon dioxide. The table that follows, we'll go to that table now, actually shows the composition of the Earth's atmosphere near the surface. These are the distinct, discrete gases that compose Earth's atmosphere. Nitrogen and oxygen are the biggies. Then you see the trace gases below. Those are the permanent gases in the atmosphere. On the right-hand side of the table, you see the variable gases. These things vary in content depending on where you are on the Earth. Water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, particles, dust, soot, and so on. Now, water vapor is the lifeblood of all life forms on Earth as we know them. Water vapor molecules are invisible, and they only become visible when they're transformed into liquid or solid particles, such as water droplets or ice crystals. Ultimately, those particles become large enough to fall from the clouds as rain or snow, precipitation. When water vapor goes to water as liquid, that's condensation. You see that on the mirror in your bathroom. When water as liquid goes to vapor, which you can't see, we call that evaporation. Condensation is very important because without that change from water as vapor to water as liquid, we would not have clouds. And those clouds that form in the sky release tremendous amounts of latent heat into the atmosphere. You may have noticed on that pie chart, not the pie chart per se, but the table that we just showed you, carbon dioxide is one of the variable gases. There is great concern about carbon dioxide because it is what we call a greenhouse gas and holds heat near the surface of the Earth. We produce carbon dioxide because of the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, and of course it exists naturally in Earth's atmosphere. CO2 levels have been rising rather steadily, about 23% since 1958 when we started measuring carbon dioxide. Fossil fuels do play a role, but scientists estimate that 1/5 of the increase in CO2 in our atmosphere may be attributable to deforestation alone.